Hello Werewolf Army, this is Jadensvideos, and I am back with another Howling Countdown. In this Howling Countdown, I will be counting down my top 10 favorite Halloween 2018 props so far. This is something that I did last year, and I think I might have done it the year before, I'm not sure. I think I might have only done it last year. But I usually do it in June, since it's the month before the Halloween season starts, and I like to make a little opinion video on my favorite props so far before all the props get revealed to us in just a month. Credit for the first 4 pictures goes to the Gemmy Archives. Starting off at number 10 is the vintage payphone. I love vintage props, and this one is no exception. I think it has an awesome appearance, and it's such a neat concept as well. I love all of the telephone props, but it really is great to see a different style of phone that we've never seen before as a prop. There's not really any creepy design on this phone, but that's not a bad thing. I think it just adds to the realism of the prop and actually makes it even creepier. I'm not entirely sure what this one does, but from the picture, I would assume that the numbers at the top light up red. I'm sure it also talks just like all the other telephone props. Number 9 is the wooden radio. I believe the official name of the prop is haunted radio, but I prefer calling it the wooden radio instead to not get it confused with the other radio props we've seen in the past. With that out of the way, I must say from this one, the looks of this one, this might turn out to be my favorite radio prop we've ever gotten. I love the wooden appearance to it. I also really like the lights on this one. It seems like it's much harder to see through the opening that the lights shine through than the previous radios, which really makes it look more realistic. My favorite part of this radio is for sure the dial. We haven't gotten a radio with a dial like this since the Scary Time talk show from Spirit Halloween back in 2009. With that prop, the dial moved back and forth on its own, and from the looks of this one, my best guess is that it will do the same thing. To top this whole prop off is the awesome skull on the top of the radio. Number 8 is the haunted grandfather clock. Just like the wooden radio and vintage payphone, this is another variation of a prop idea we've been seeing for a few years now. Ever since 2015, creepy clocks seem to be a prop idea that we seem to keep getting at least one variation of each year, which I really enjoy. I think clocks are cool for Halloween, and not only because of their vintage appearance, but also because of their symbolism. Clocks can be used to depict death and how as time goes on, we all get closer and closer to dying, which I really think is a neat concept for Halloween. So, it is a very pleasant surprise to me to see another clock this year. This one has to be one of the coolest clock props I've ever seen. It has a very Tim Burton vibe to it, and the clock on the skull on the face of the clock looks very similar to Jack Skellington. I love the skulls as well. One of my favorite parts has to do with the spider pendulum. If I were to make a guess, it looks as if the pendulum may swing from side to side. The only thing I'm kind of curious about is the size of the prop. We know that it is a tabletop prop, but I wonder how big it might actually be, because most grandfather clocks are over 6 feet tall. Since this is a tabletop, I highly doubt it's that tall, but maybe it'll be about 2 feet tall. I have a real grandfather clock in my living room, and it is massive, so maybe someday they can make a full life-size grandfather clock. Number 7 is the haunted jukebox. Unlike the rest of the props I've gone over, this is a completely new concept that we've never seen before. I think it's an absolutely amazing idea for a prop. We never see any 50s style props, and this one looks just like a 50s style jukebox. I love all of the colors on this one that help create that classic jukebox feel. I can only imagine it will play some sort of creepy 50s music. One of the best parts of this is the skull inside. What that skull will do is something I have no idea about, but my best guess is that it will move like the skull inside the animated skull radio from last year. Number 6 is Seesaw clowns. I really love this prop because I love clowns for Halloween. They have to be my third favorite Halloween monster. This prop has such an old-fashioned clown vibe to it that I'm a really big fan of it. I've always loved the old clowns from the early 1900s that wear the long cone-shaped hats. I've always thought they are the creepiest looking clowns, which is why I love Silent and Deadly Clown from Spirit Halloween 2013 so much. I also really like the music that plays with this prop and the whole Halloween vibe that it gives off. We're now in the top 5. Number 5 is the Clown Go Round, which is a very similar prop to Seesaw clowns. I like this one more, mainly due to the fact that it's a carousel. It has the same audio as Seesaw clowns and the same clowns as well, with 2 extra ones. But the carousel part is what makes me like it more. I love how the top of the carousel looks just like a circus tent. It really helps get across that creepy old clown look that I love. Number 4 is Sweet Dreams. I know this prop has many mixed opinions. Some people love it while others hate it. Personally, I love this prop. I've always loved towering props, and like I already mentioned, I love clowns as well, which is why I loved Creepy Towering Clown so much last year. However, this prop is even better than Creepy Towering Clown in my opinion. Not only is it like Creepy Towering Clown, but the fact that it's one of the child holding props just adds to it so much more. The best part about this prop for me has to be the black and white appearance. It's a look we don't see very much on clowns, but I love it. It looks like something straight out of a Tim Burton movie, and it communicates a Halloween feeling so well. Number 3 is Swinging Chuckles. Like I mentioned in my video showcasing all of the Seasonal Visions props for this year, I said that I wasn't too big on Swinging Chuckles at first, but now I love him. I do like his appearance, but the thing that really makes me love him is his voice. It's a voice we don't hear on many clown props, but it's such a classic sounding creepy clown voice. It sounds just like Jack the Clown from Halloween Horror Nights, which I really love. Number 2 is Winter Dragon. I love Winter Dragon. I've been waiting for so long just to see a life-size dragon prop, and the fact that we finally got one just blows me away. Even if we had a dragon prop that wasn't too amazing, I still would have been happy with it nonetheless since it's a dragon prop. However, Seasonal Visions clearly did an amazing job as always and made one of the best props this year. The whole appearance of this prop is breathtaking, along with the fact that when you hook up a fog machine, fog comes out of its mouth, which is supposed to resemble mist or ice. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. My number 1 favorite Halloween 2018 prop that we've seen so far is Slim's Soul Stealer. I know many people love this prop, and so do I. I have always loved Slender Man ever since the game came out in 2012. Ever since then I've been waiting for a Slender Man prop. Though this prop isn't called Slender Man, it is clear to see that it's where the inspiration came from. In my opinion, he actually looks even creepier than Slender Man. I love his creepy white face that's in the shape of a skull and his long black hair that covers it up and really adds a mysterious look to the prop. This is definitely one of the best towering props we've ever seen. I hope you all enjoyed this Howling Countdown. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Halloween 2018 prop is, and be sure to keep an eye out on my channel because the Halloween season starts in only 1 month, which means I'll be uploading videos very frequently leading up to Halloween. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.
Hey, come back. You don't play fair and you're making me angry. But maybe if you subscribe to Jadensvideos and join the werewolf army, I'll let you live another day. But it's not guaranteed.